lesson for junior cycle ordinary level. This week we're going to be focusing on equation of the line. So we're going to be going through some theory-based examples, and then after that we're going to be doing some exam questions and their solutions. Okay, so the first thing there, in this lesson we'll be looking at finding the equation of the line given a point and the slope of the line. So we need those two things. We need a point and we need a slope, or the slope should I say. So the first example there, suppose that a line contains the point 1 and minus 2. So I'm going to just label that x1 and y1. And it has a slope of a half. And we're going to use the proper symbol for the slope, which is m. So there's a slope of a half and you've got your point. Now, looking at the slope given in the question, it says that for every unit increase in x, the y coordinate increases by half a unit. Given that we know how to calculate the slope of a line segment between 2 points, we can mark another point on the line xy. So we know that the slope of the line segment joining 1 and minus 2 and xy is a half, because we were told that m is a half. So using the equation for the slope of the line between the 2 points, we can get another point, and we get the slope of a half. So that was calculated already, but it's given to us in the question. So I am going to do out the equation now. So the equation of the line is y minus y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. Now remember, we have the slope. The slope is a half, and our point, which I labelled earlier, is 1 and minus 2. So 1 and minus 2, that's x1, y1. So we're just going to sub this into the formula. So y minus y1, so y1 in this case is minus 2, so minus 2 in brackets, is equal to m, which is a half, bracket x minus x1 in this case is 1. Now we're going to try and get rid of the fraction. So we're going to bring the 2 over here. It's divided on this side, so we'll multiply. So it's going to be 2 by, and it's y plus 2 because minus and minus give us a plus. That's equal to 1 by x minus 1. 2 by y is 2y. 2 by 2 is 4. Is equal to 1 by x is 1x, and 1 by minus 1 is minus 1. Now all we have to do is bring everything to one side. So bring everything to one side here. So it's going to be 1x minus 2y minus 1 minus 4 equals 0. So that's going to be 1x minus 2y minus 5 equals 0. That's the formula for equation of a line. Or that is, sorry, the equation of the line, and this is the formula that you need, and that is put into your log tables. So you get them in the log tables on the day of the exam. So if we draw a general diagram as shown below, we can mark the point A, B, and any other point x, y on a line with slope m. So you can see a clear line there, and you have 2 points on the line. So again, we can get the equation of the slope. We can write y minus b over x minus a is equal to m. And this brings us to the next section here where we actually get the equation, which is similar to the example that I've just done there. So find an equation for the line through two ones. So that's going to be x1, y1 with slope of minus 2. So that's m. So again, using the formula, y minus y1 is equal to m by x minus x1. So our point here, so y minus y1, so y1 is 1, is equal to m, which is minus 2. The slope is minus 2. X minus x1 in this case is 2. So y minus 1 is equal to, so minus 2 by x is minus 2x, minus 2 by minus 2 is 4. And now the idea is to bring everything to one side. So I'm going to bring everything over. So it'll be 2x plus y minus 1 minus 4 equals 0. I'm just going to continue down here. So 2x plus y minus 5 equals 0. And that's the same answer as what they got here. So the equation of the line through the point 2, 1 with a slope of 2 is that one there. Okay, so we are on to another example now, and it's asking us to find the equation of the line that contains the points 1, 2, and 4, 4. So this time we're given 2 points. So x1, y1, and x2, y2. So remember, when we're getting the equation of a line, we need two things. We need the slope and we need at least 1 point. So we need to calculate slope there first. So remember from before, our slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here it's going to be y2, which is 4, take away y1, which is 2, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3. So that is now the slope. So m is 2 over 3. Now we have a point. We can use this point here. So the equation of the line is y minus y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. So y minus, so y1 in this case is 2. So 2 equals m, so which is our slope, which we just got, 2 over 3, bracket x minus x1 is 1. So we're going to bring the 3 under to get rid of the fraction. So it's going to be 3 by y minus 2 is equal to 2 by x minus 1. So we want to get rid of the brackets now. So 3 by y is 3y. 3 by minus 2 is minus 6 is equal to 2 by x, which is 2x. And 2 by minus 1 is minus 2. Now the idea is to bring everything to one side. So I'm going to bring these over here. So it's going to be 2x minus 3y minus 2 plus 6 equals 0. So then we get 2x minus 3y, so minus 2 plus 6 is plus 4 equals 0. And that's the answer to that question. Now, they have it written like this. It's the same thing. So if I have to rearrange that and put x positive, it would be 2x minus 3y plus 4 equals 0. So it's just another way of writing it. Okay. Now, find the y-intercept of the line that passes through the points 2, minus 1, and minus 1, 3. So first of all, we need to find the slope of the line, then the equation of the line, and then we need to get it in the format y is equal to mx plus c. C is the y-intercept, okay? So we need to get the slope first of all. So the slope is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So let's put that into the formula. So y2 is 3, take away y1, which is minus 1, over x2, which is minus 1, take away x1, which is 2. So 3, so minus and minus give you plus, so it's going to be 3 plus 1, which is 4, over minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So that's our slope. So our slope is 4 over minus 3. Now, the next thing we need to do is get the equation of the line. So the equation of the line is y minus y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. So we can use this point here for x1 and y1, and we have our slope from before. So y minus y1, y1 in this case is minus 1. Is equal to m, which is minus, so it's minus 4 over 3 by x minus x1, which is 2 in this case. So we're going to get rid of the fraction, so 3 comes over here, so it's 3 by y plus 1 is equal to minus 4 by x minus 2. So we're going to multiply it out, so that's 3y plus 3 is equal to minus 4x plus 8. Now we're going to bring, now actually the idea is we want to get it in the format y is equal to mx plus c, so remember this. So we'll get y on one side and everything else on the other. So 3y is equal to minus 4x plus 8 minus 3, because we're bringing the 3 over. So that's 3y is equal to minus 4x. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Now we want to get rid of the 3. So y is equal to minus 4 over 3x plus 5 over 3. Now, here we have in the format y is equal to mx plus c. C is the intercept, so c is 5 over 3. So the y-intercept is going to be the point 0 and 5 over 3. Okay, so that's that one. Now, next thing we're on to is lines through the origin. So we're going to look at lines that pass through the origin. The origin is the point with the coordinates 0, 0, which is this point here. If we have some other point like 1, 1, we can draw a line through these 2 points as shown in red in the diagram below. So that's straightforward enough. You've got 2 points, you draw a line through it. Okay. I'm going to go down to the example here. So what is the equation of the line through the point 0, 0 and the point minus 2, 4? So the solution for this, to identify the equation of the line, we notice that now when we increase x by 2 units, y decreases by 4 units. So if we increase x by 1 unit, we expect y to decrease by 2. So I'm going to do it using the equation formula. So y minus y1 is equal to m by x minus x1. Now we need to get the slope, so that's x1, y1, x2, y2. So the slope, m, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case, y2 is 4, take away y1, which is 0, over x2, which is minus 2, minus x1, which is 0. So in this case, m is 4 over minus 2. Okay, so your slope is 4 over minus 2. Now that is minus 2. So we have our slope and we have a point. So we'll go for this point here. Okay, so actually we'll go with x1, y1 like we usually do, just for clarity. So going back to here, so y minus y1, so 0, is equal to the slope, which is minus 2 by x minus 0. So y minus 0 is equal to minus 2x minus 0. And what you get then is y is equal to minus 2x, and that's your equation for that. So it's better probably to stick to the same equation that you're using all the time. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Now, this is where I wanted to go to. So the equation is equal to y is equal to mx plus c. So in the previous lesson, we looked at the equation of the line through the origin y is equal to mx. Now we're going to look at a slightly different equation. So if you were asked to plot the line y is equal to x plus 1, the equation doesn't fit with the previous equation of the line through the origin because we have a constant being added, so the constant being 1. From looking at the diagram below, the line y is equal to x, which is marked with a broken black line, you can see it there on the screen, it can be used as a point of reference. From looking at the two equations of the line that we want to plot only differs from y is equal to x because we add 1 to the right hand side. So this means that we just have to add 1 to the y coordinate. So the difference between the lines y is equal to x plus 1 and y is equal to x is that the y coordinates will be increased by 1. So you see it's kind of shifted there. So the y coordinates have gone up by a factor of 1. Okay, plot the line minus 2x minus 3. So we know that the line y is equal to minus 2x is the equation of a line which passes through the origin with a slope of 2, because y is equal to mx and then y is equal to minus 2x, so your slope is minus 2. The constant 3 doesn't change the slope, so we know that the equation of the line y is equal to minus 2x minus 3 has a slope of minus 2. So this line won't pass through the origin, as can be seen by y is equal to 2 by 0 minus 3 is equal to minus 3. So this point, 0 and minus 3, is called the y-intercept because it is the point that where the line crosses the y-axis. So that's this point here, and this point can be seen in the diagram below. So in general, the equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus c. That's a really important equation, and you're probably going to need that right up to when you do your leaving cert. So m is your slope of the line, and c is the y-intercept, so 0 and c. So that brings us to the exam questions now. So we're going to start with 2015 paper 2, question 12. Okay, so the graph of the line y is equal to x plus 1 is shown on the coordinate grid below. Write down the coordinates of the point where the line crosses the x-axis. So the y-axis. Where does it cross the y-axis? So it crosses the y-axis at this point here, and that is the point 0, 1. Write down the coordinates of the point where the line y is equal to x plus 4 crosses the y-axis. So that means it goes up by a factor of 4. So that's going to be crossing it at this point. And if you were to draw a line going through, or draw that line, it would look something like that. Now that's not accurate to scale, but it would be the point 0, 4 because the constant increases by 4. So 0, 4. Hence, or otherwise, draw the graph of the line y is equal to x plus 4 in the coordinate grid above. I've just drawn a rough sketch of it there, but you'd obviously use your ruler for that. Next question is 2016 paper 2, question 8. Okay, so the coordinate diagram below shows the lines K, T and P. The table shows the slope of each line. Write the letters K, T and P into the table to match each of the lines to its slope. Now, slope means steepness, okay? Now, also, if the slope is positive, so this is shorthand for positive, then the line is increasing. And also, if the slope is negative, the line is decreasing. So, what we need to do now is decide which ones are increasing, which ones are decreasing, and which ones are neutral or not, they don't have a slope at all. So it's kind of obvious that the line T, so I'm just going to get my highlighter here, so the line T, that's not increasing or decreasing, so therefore it is a slope of 0. So T is going to go in here. Next we're going to look at what do we think might have a slope of 1? So what might have a slope of 1? So one that's increasing, so that's going to be this one here. That's P, so that's going to be inserted in here because it's increasing. And then for K, or for the line that's decreasing, minus 1, which line is decreasing in the graph? And it's going to be this one here because that's decreasing. So K is going to go in there. Okay. So the line L has a slope of 3. So I'm going to write M above that because it is the slope of 3. It goes through the point 0, 5. So that's x1, y1. Write down the equation of the line in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so in order to do this, we need to write it into the correct format. So y is equal to mx plus c. Now remember, C is where it cuts the y, or it's the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is this here. So it's going to be 5. Now, if your slope is 3 and your intercept is 5, so all we have to do is put it in. So y is equal to your slope, so 3x. So instead of m, we put in 3 plus c, which is 5. So that's it. Y is equal to 3x plus 5 for that one. And I think that brings us on to the next question. So 2017 paper 2, question 10. Okay, so put a tick in the correct box to show which point is on the line y is equal to 3x plus 8. Justify your answer. Okay, so I am going to try the first one. So we'll go with the point 0, 3. We're going to test, is that on the line y is equal to 3x plus 8. So this is x, this is y. So plugging it into the formula. So y, which is 3, is equal to 3 by 0 plus 8. So 3 is equal to, so 3 by 0 is 0, 0 plus 8 is 8. So 3 does not equal 8, so it's not that one. Let's check 8 and 0. So this is, so we've 8 and we've 0. That's x, that's y. So let's plug that in. Y is equal to 3x plus 8. So y in this case is going to be 0 is equal to 3 by 8 plus 8. So 0 is equal to 24 plus 8. 0 does not equal 32, so it's not that one. Let's test 0, 8. So 0, 8, and that's x and y. So we're plugging it into y is equal to 3x plus 8. So 8 is equal to 3 by 0 plus 8. So 8 is equal to 0 plus 8. So 8 does equal 8. So it's this one. So you just need to test them all to see which one works. Now, find the point of intersection of the two lines. Now, we're going to need to use simultaneous equations for this because we're not given a graph. So I'm going to call that equation 1 and I'm going to call this equation 2. So I'm going to bring everything, all the x's and y's to one side and numbers to the other. So for equation 1, I'm going to rewrite it as minus 2x plus y equals 7. So I just brought the x over beside the y. I'm going to do the same for equation 2. I'm bringing it over here. So it's going to be minus 5x plus y equals minus 11. Now, the idea is with simultaneous equations is to get rid of one of the equations. And the way we do that is make one of them negative and the same number. So we have two y's here. So they would be the easier ones to get rid of. So if I have a plus y here and a plus y, I want to make one of them minus. So if I multiply this line by minus 1, I can make everything minus. So minus 2x by minus 1 is 2x. Y by minus 1 is minus y is equal to, so 7 by minus 1 is minus 7. Then we have, we're not doing nothing to this, so minus 5x plus y is equal to minus 11. So we can get rid of the y's now, which is what we wanted. 2x minus 5x is minus 3x. Minus 7 minus 11 is minus 18. So then we get x is equal to minus 18 over minus 3, so x is 6. So that's 1 point. We need to get y now. So I'm just going to pick the first equation. Y is equal to 2x plus 7. We know now that x is 6, so y is equal to 2 by 6 plus 7. So y equals 12 plus 7, so y equals 19. Now the point of intersection then in XY format is 6, 19. So that's it for that one. I think we're on to the next question. We are, so we're on to 2019 paper 2 question 2. Okay, so the circle K is shown on a coordinate diagram below. Each small square on the grid has side lengths of 1 centimeter. Plot and label 3 points A, B and C on the diagram so that A is inside the circle K. So you can literally pick any point that's inside the circle K. So I'm going to go for this point here. So this is the point 8, 5. So the point 8, 5 is inside the circle K. B is the point out, is going to be outside the circle K. So I'm going to pick this point here. This point here will be 10, 6. And then C is on the circle K. So you have to pick a point that's on the circle K. I'm going to go for this point here. That's the point 4, 3. Write the coordinates of A, B, and C in the appropriate space above. So that's what we've done. Plot and label 3 points right first. So probably label those. So out or inside the circle, that's going to be A. Outside the circle, which is B, and on the circle, which is C. Write down the radius of the circle K and give your answer in centimeters. Okay, so the radius of circle K. So the center of the circle is here. Now, if we count how many boxes, so 1, 2, 3. So 3 boxes down, 1, 2, 3 boxes over, 3 boxes over, and 3 boxes up. That means that the distance from the radius to any point on the circle is 3 centimeters. So that brings us on. Oh no, there's another part to that question. Hence, work out the area of the circle K. Give your answer correct into 1 decimal place in centimeters squared. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. We now know that r is 3, so it's going to be pi by 3 squared. So pi is 3.14. You can put it straight into your calculator. 9 by 3.14. Put that into your calculator and you will get 28.3 centimeters squared, because it asks correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, we've one more exam question to do. So this is 2019 paper 2 question 10. So the coordinate diagram below shows part of the town where Ben lives. So we have the x and y coordinates with school, home and the shop. Ben's bike is halfway between the shop and the school, so that is the midpoint. So if we look at that, plot on the diagram where to show where Ben's bike is and label this point B. Now we're going to do make sure and do this properly. So it says that it's halfway between the shop and the school. So the shop is here and the school is here. So it's halfway between the shop and the school. Now the shop is the point minus 3, 1. And the school is the point 1, 5. So we need to get the midpoint of those two points. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's just double check now. It's minus 3 and 1 for the shop, and it's 1, 5 for the school. Okay, so the midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay, x1 in this case is minus 3 plus x1, which is 1 over 2, and then y1, which is 1 plus y2, which is 5 over 2. So minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's your midpoint, minus 1 and 3. So we'll go to where minus 1 is on the x-axis, which is here, and go to where 3 is on the y-axis, which is here. So we'll just join these up. So this is your midpoint there, and that looks like it is correct. Work out the distance from the home to the shop on the diagram. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place and show you're working out. Okay, so for this, the distance formula, first of all, is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Now your 2 points. Home is the point 3, 3. And the shop is the point minus 3, 1. So what we need to do now is get the distance between both of those. So x2, y2. So we're literally putting them into the formula. So c is equal to x2 in this case is minus 3, take away x1, which is 3 squared, plus y2, which is 1, minus y1, which is 3 squared. So then we get, so minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 squared is 36. Plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 squared is 4. So c is equal to the square root of 40. Now it says correct to 1 decimal place, so you need to put that into the calculator. When you do, you will get a value of 6.3 centimeters, and that's the answer. Okay, so that's it for this week. I'm going to attach some extra links to some video tutorials and some extra questions, which I recommend that you follow. And just make sure to go back over what we did today. All of these formulas are in your log tables anyway, and I will speak to you next week.